Welcome back to Hades. We are doing possibly the final story runs, and with that, I will end this series once I get to the credits and we get the true ending. That doesn't necessarily mean that the game is over because you can still keep playing after that, keep getting little story bits with different characters, giving them nectar to gain more dialogue options and stuff like that. But I will record as far as the credits roll. After that, there'll be no more Hades videos, but I will still probably play the game on my spare time. So let's jump into it.
I don't think I'll ever get accustomed to the breeze.
She was the queen. Queen of the underworld. My queen. Commanding reverence and awe and fear. She was not just, what was the term you used? A consolation prize. You are as disrespectful to her as you are to me.
Oh, what would you even know? You claim so much respect for her, yet you didn't even respect her enough to tell her what happened after she left. But what am I saying? I know you love her still, Father. That best explains all the terrible choices you've made.
All the terrible choices I've made. By the time you have existed for as long as I have, pray you will have made fewer. Although I fear you shall surpass me in at least this one regard.
You're back?
Mother! You can't do this to me, Mother. You said Father is no fool, and neither are you. There has to be a way to fix this. Not just with you and Father, but with everyone. There has to be a way.
You have your father's stubbornness. Listen to me. You're endangering everything you care about by coming here. Don't you understand? Besides,
What? Besides what? Tell me, please.
the truth is that I like it here, Zagreus. I've done well for myself on my own. And your father, he has his domain to look after. The feelings he once had for me, feelings we shared, they fade with time. You'll understand someday.
No, I won't be understanding anything of the sort. Father still loves you, I'm sure of it. And he owes you an apology, damn it. I cannot make amends with you on his behalf. Something only you can do together.
What do you mean he still loves me, Zagreus? How would you know?
Because I'm his blasted son, that's how I know. But trust me isn't ever good enough, I know that too. I'll prove it to you, Mother. Just you wait and see.
Oh, you're fading, son. You don't need to prove anything to me. Please don't do anything rash. All of us made our choices. Now we have to live with them. Isn't it enough to know that I'm safe? That I'm content to be alone?
No, it's not. It's not enough for me because this blasted family, it cannot just keep hiding from its problems, running from them. We're stuck with one another. We have to do everything we can for one another.
Oh, my dear boy.
We have to. No, not yet. God damn it all. Again. Let me in Father's chambers, please.
That's high atop the list of things I'm not to do for anyone, and under any circumstances. What is it you need? I've never even been in there myself.
I don't know, but if I know Father, and I think I do, he's got to have something of hers in there. Of Mother's. She still doesn't get it, doesn't believe me about him, and I said I'd prove it, that he cares for her.
All right, slow down, I understand. Look, this can get me in a lot of trouble like you've no idea. And not just me, so be careful and be quick while he's still out. Take this and go. Don't leave anything there out of place, all right?
Thank you.
the stoic lord and master of the house, possesses wealth beyond imagining, a portion of which he has used for a crisp set of attire for every passing day.
I knew it. It's just capes.
About to say that.
In his Lord Father's very private chambers, Zagreus, the lock-removing prince, discovers a most delicately painted likeness of none other than Persephone herself. A coat of dust suggests it has remained here for some time.
He's never stopped thinking of her. Ugh, what a fool. Well, Guan Yu, take good care of Varatha for me.
What have you done with my ancient weapon, boy? I sense Varatha's form there in your feeble grip, but there's some garish power you've awakened in it, haven't you?
Oh, just took a splash of Titan blood at the right time was all. There's more to your ancient weapon than you gave it credit for, I guess. Though...
No, let's not. Gygaros is the mightier weapon with none of the treacherous past. It needs no fanciful shape-shifting tricks to run you through. Behold.
Ah, you're back.
I'm back.
Of everything down in that gloomy house, I miss old Cerberus the most, I think. But I miss other things as well. The lack of light was gentler on my skin, not being as cold. And Nyx and her young sons. It was all very odd, but...
Mother, in Father's bedchambers. Mind you, there's almost nothing there, just neatly sorted rows of all his samey capes. But on his nightstand is a portrait of you, wearing a regal crown of red laurels. A queen. His queen.
I was fitted for those garments when I first arrived. They were not my customary style. So Hades has a portrait of me still. Why would he put it back on display now?
No, he's never let anybody in his bedchambers. I broke in, don't you see? He didn't put your portrait back on display. It's always been there, ever since you left. So, Mother, why do you suppose he would do that?
Because he loves me still. Is that what you want me to say?
Have you ever loved him yourself?
All I really wanted was to leave Olympus. I didn't exactly abscond. I doubt I had much of a choice, but I went willingly. Perhaps Zeus knew how I felt, and thought he was doing me a favor. As for Hades, I grew to love him, yes. He always gave me my space.
Won't you please talk to him? Or visit Cerberus again, or Nyx? As for Olympus, surely all of you can figure something out.
I just don't know, my son. Olympus is behind me. And the underworld. I cannot imagine I would be very welcome there after all this time.
But you are the queen. Yeah, you are the queen. Father, look, Lord Uncle Zeus, I've been in contact with him and he wishes to make peace. He asked for me to tell you he forgives you for whatever happened.
My brother Zeus forgives me. Zeus forgives me. How dare that blasted little brat? His beard may be luxurious, but he's as much a child as are you. Forgives me, bah.
What did you do? What happened between you?
None of your business. Go on now and frolic with that lord uncle of yours, the both of them. And don't you ever speak of him to me again. You hear me?
Loud and clear. Father loved her, didn't he? Mother, I mean. Faith like that. He's just stubborn enough to hold on to the idea of her, isn't he? Though what she saw in him, I'm not sure.
Your father was different with Persephone, to some extent. He has always been as you know him, yet her lightness, it affected even him, I think. And he knows that he was better with her than without.
Sounds like a lot of pressure on Mother to fix all his failings. But it sounds as though she cared for him as well. And you and Cerberus. She said she misses you.
She did she?
You still don't understand.
I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The Fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still.
Maybe they just think you're in the wrong. And that you're an obstinate, overbearing, and miserable excuse for a husband and father. Don't you understand I'm trying to fix the problems you caused? Since you're so unwilling to do it yourself.
You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you.
What? You're letting me go just like that? You're just afraid of getting struck down again. You're serious?
Go. Before I reconsider.
The sun.
Zagreus, you're back.
Mother? Mother, wait. What is all this?
Oh, Zagreus, I almost missed you. Truthfully, I hoped that I could make it a surprise.
Make what a surprise?
My arrival. I'm going. To your home. To Cerberus, Nyx, your father.
You're... really? Mother, you're serious?
I am. Now, if you could just help me pack up my remaining things. Only a few loose odds I'm bringing, just in case. If we hurry, maybe you could join me. Rather than return the customary way. Not something a mother ever wants to see.
Join you? But... wait, how are you going to get back? I hadn't thought that far ahead.
Just so happens I know somebody who can give us a ride.
Charon?
Doubtless he has pressing matters to attend to. So let's not keep him waiting any longer, son. Come on, then.
I'm still alive. But how?
You're on the River Styx. No longer in the mortal realm entirely.
I can't believe that this is happening.
I know. My heart is racing. Nothing like a river journey to remind oneself that there's no turning back.
Seriously. Though, even after all of this, it's like we only just met. I have so many questions for you still.
We'll have plenty of time for them, I think. For now, best we keep quiet. Pretend we're just a couple of dead souls on their final voyage.
Wait, isn't this Orpheus?
Snow everywhere. Mother.
Okay. We got the credits rolling. So I will probably stop recording this game. I'm probably still gonna play it off screen just to see all the relationships go between the characters. but it was a nice journey. There was definitely some rage, anger, frustration. That's what roguelike games normally do. And I really hope this is not long. And I really hope I don't get a copyright strike because of this. But even if I do, it's okay. It's for a good cause. Man, one guy voiced so many characters. And to think that the developers are the voice actors for this game, they didn't hire some big names and just did it on their own. This is quite long, isn't it? Oh my god, the first name almost looked like Steve Austin. I was gonna shit my pants. Yeah. We know all that. I'm guessing this is the last of it. Yeah.
Here.
We're here.
This is embarrassing, but I don't know the way to get back in. Except, you know, the customary way.
That's quite all right. I do. In the name of Persephone the Queen, open the gates!
That's a neat trick. Wish I could do that.
I spent many days tending this garden. Or nights? Quite difficult to tell the time here. But it's held on longer than I would have expected. Cerberus?
Persephone.
Cerberus, I missed you so. And dutiful as ever, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry.
Hades, you look tired. Though I am not the only one you ought to be apologizing to.
I know. I know why. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here.
Oh, I have a thought or two about how we can settle that. Though I shall need for you and Zagreus to cooperate with me on a solution. Or, if you'd rather, I could just return the way I came.
A solution? What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone.
You're right, Hades. I can't. Certainly not by myself. So are you going to help me or what?
I would do anything that you would ask of me.
Then first, talk to your son.
Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times.
Wow, Father, you called me by my name. What is this strange sensation that I feel? Perhaps it's this deference of which you speak.
Oh, stop it, both of you! Don't make me regret this, Hades. Speak honestly with him. About yourself, not me. Go on.
Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Questioned your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness.
What about the part where you lied to me about Mother? Do you apologize for that? Your foul moods and venting them on me. I've long since come to expect that from you, and I resented you for it. But I always thought you're honest.
Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done.
I want to say, look at how big he is compared to when you fight him.
Well, you didn't need to vent all that inner turmoil onto me throughout my life. Though, I think I understand. I only wish I could have understood sooner. So, what now? I've grown so used to ransacking your domain, I think I'm really going to miss it.
About that. Your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen.
Zagreus, if you keep fighting out of here, it shall help keep appearances that everything is as it always was.
Question, Father. Let's say I accept. When next I reach the surface, is it still going to be you waiting up there?
Ah, boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise.
So I just battle to the surface and repeatedly kill my own father then?
You have it half correct.
Perhaps you'll also tend to my little cottage while you're in the area. The garden doesn't take much care at all. I'd like to keep the place in decent shape, in case I cannot suffer this for long.
Well, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Just do the best you can. And clearly I've work to do as well. We have a lot of it ahead of us, I'd say. So, shall we get started then?
Thus was Hades, feared ruler of the dead, reunited with his long-lost bride, Persephone, the queen. And together with their firstborn son, Prince Zagreus, they would go on to reign eternally beneath the earth, in relative harmony. The queen's return marked an occasion of enthusiastic joy, so much as possible in that dark, gloom-filled realm of the dead. And even after all this time, Olympus never did discover what transpired there, in the
After all this time, it's only been a few days. But it's been good. Mother and father are back together, made some new friends, got this fancy painting. Easy. All is well in the underworld.
Alright.
I can't entirely get used to seeing us together like this.
Yeah. Let's quickly get out and see what's going on with the other people. I can go in and out as I please. This is still locked.
The Queen is back. You did it, lad. You must have lots of catching up to do. Or patching up. And I'm to understand that your escape attempts, they are officially approved, isn't that so?
That's so indeed, sir. Especially for now, at least. I'm going to keep on fighting to the surface. Helps me to vent a bit, and like Hypno says, it makes the underworld a better place. Though indirectly, I suppose.
Well, then I look forward to working with you in a more formal capacity. And it is my sincerest hope that you, your mother, and your father learn to get on better with each other now.
Thank you. It's mine as well.
Prince, so is it really true then that you're staying? And that you'll be working here officially, I guess?
Well, when you put it that way, yes, I guess it is. We're going to try and make it work like this for now.
Well, you know what that means, don't you? We're official co-workers now. Isn't that so exciting? We can share our latest learnings, compare notes about the challenges we're up against, run into one another in the hall.
Do so. We've been doing everything you said this entire time.
But it is not the same. The entire feel of it's completely different now. You'll see. So, okay, bye!
Bye.
Zagreus!
Yes, yes, yes.
Hey, did you see? The Queen's come back. So did she.
Hey, watch it, Hypnos. That's my mother you're talking about.
What, really? Huh. So then your mom doesn't spend any time with you either. We've got something in common.
We don't.
You hung the painting where I asked.
Yes. Say, Orpheus, I heard what must have been a song of yours. It went something something in the blood. You know that one? It was amazing, mate.
Oh, that one, yes, I know. I mean, it was a favorite, I was told, by those who listened to the music I created with my muse.
Would you ever sing it again?
I highly doubt it, no.
Ah,
I'm gonna talk to everyone and then end the video.
Persephone,
Right.
the Queen. She has returned. I scarce believe it, child. You have brought her back. To all of us.
I scarce believe it too. What happens now? Pick up the pieces and begin again.
Together, let us find out.
Sounds good.
Let me get the fish. Well, boy here.
Here's the catch of the day. All right then.
Just so I understand. Breaking through everything in your path, taking resources from your father's realm, trying to get through me. All officially part of the job description.
I guess that's right. But before you ask, I'm not doing it for him.
I didn't think you'd have it in you to leave this place for good. But I didn't think you'd take responsibility for anything either. Anyway, we'll just have to kill each other more officially, I guess.
We'll make it official, all right.
So now she's fine with it. Oh, now I can start gifting her nectar, okay.
Greetings, Father. So, I can just head on out there again whenever I want. Don't need to stick to any rigid schedule.
Your unpredictability is one of your assets. Our defenses must always be on guard. So yes, go about your business as you best see fit.
And the Olympians are going to keep helping me, thinking I'm trying to get away from you to them. We can't keep this up with them forever, you know.
I do. Your mother, the Queen, is working on that.
Well, look at you, boy. Never seen you quite so perky, relatively speaking, of course. Big, tough guy like yourself. You must have missed Mother just as much as she missed you. Well, you've got plenty of time for catching up on things now.
The monstrous triple-headed beast of Hades would perhaps be overcome with pure emotion by the joyous circumstances, were he only capable of this.
How dare you, sir? How has it been for you so far, Mother? Reacclimating to all this? You said before it was a struggle. Must be very strange being back. Being in darkness all the time.
You know, I think it's gone all right so far. Thank you for asking, son. Everyone has been quite welcoming. The darkness is a pleasant change of pace. And while the stress can be a little difficult to move in, I quite like it.
That's good to hear. I have to admit I was a little worried you'd be desperate to return to your cottage by now. This place can be a little much.
I'm sure it can. And I do miss my little cottage here and there, but I think I'm through running away. There may be times when it is necessary, of course. But no matter how far you run, it doesn't make your problems go away. You taught me that, you know?
I did, but I tried desperately to run away myself. Oh.
Indeed.
Alright. That said, thank you all for joining in this really awesome game. I really enjoyed playing it, and I will still play it, but I'm not going to be forced to record anymore, so I can just take my time with it. And with all that said, you know what to do. Hope I catch you all in the next video.